Hello, I'm Elise. The Pilates program you're about to experience is a balance of basic, high-intensity exercises, which, when coupled with a balanced diet and regular cardio exercise, will transform your body in relatively few sessions. The program applies traditional Pilates principles to weight loss. It uses centering to deepen the internal muscular connections, concentration to visualize the strong, lean body you desire, control to deliberately improve the body's physical potential, precision to perform movements that encourage metabolic and caloric expenditure, breathing to detox the lymph system and revitalize the internal organs, and flow to maintain a constant workout pace. To begin with, focus on understanding the essential connections, which are the basic muscular stabilizer exercises that define excellent practice. You should continue to practice your essential connections every day until they become automatic. From there, work through each exercise with focus and precision. Beyond that, you can explore the targeted workouts for toning specific areas of the body. As your technique and strength improve, you can maximize your workouts by following the intensifying option. You can also simplify your workout if you want to make it easier. Before starting, ensure you have adequate space, including a mat to practice on, and position yourself in front of your television at an angle that allows you to easily view the workout. Keep your remote handy so you can pause the program whenever you need to. You will also need a chair and a rolled up towel. For intermediate level practice, light hand weights are optional for arm exercises. Let's get started. Let's begin by learning the secrets to body transformation, the essential connections. These deep muscle patterns enhance your workout and create a strong, lean physique. Perform these connections within every exercise, every time you practice for optimum results. Pilates breathing focuses on the lateral direction of the breath to release your thorax, open the airways and improve your posture. Before we can begin lateral breathing, let's practice the movement of the diaphragm. This exercise relaxes the back and creates an even, deep breath flow. Sit on a chair, lengthening your spine, and take a few deep breaths to relax and focus. Now place your hands on your stomach and feel the movement of your diaphragm. As you inhale, your diaphragm should relax and drop into your lower belly. As you exhale, it rises up, pushing the old air out of your body. Allow your hands to fill up with your relaxed belly on the inhale. On the exhale, feel how the diaphragmatic movement draws the belly away. Practice 3 more times, increasing the movement of the diaphragm with each breath. To create more intensity, let's work our breathing laterally. Lateral breathing directs the breath into the sides and back of the ribs, encouraging a movement of the muscles between the ribs and the opening of the thorax. Cross your hands in front of your chest and feel the back and sides of your rib cage. As you inhale, expand the back of your ribs into your hands. Exhale and narrow the rib cage around the spine. Aim to expand the back and side of the rib cage without your sternum moving forwards. The more you draw your ribs away from your hands, the greater abdominal connection you create. Visualize your waistline narrowing as you repeat this movement 3 more times. This next connection is not only essential for best practice Pilates, but also for creating a flat, lean stomach. The following exercise flattens your stomach, stabilizes the pelvis and spine, and tones your inner thighs. Place a rolled up towel between your knees and sit with your spine elongated. Move from side to side to become aware of the bony landmarks at the base of your pelvis, the sitting bones. Also, begin to familiarize yourself with the pubic bone at the front of the pelvis and the tailbone or coccyx at the end of the spine. This is where the pelvic floor muscles attach. I'll refer to this as the pelvic diamond. Exhale, squeezing the towel gently. Simultaneously lift your pelvic organs up, shrinking the pelvic diamond. Inhale and gradually release, spreading your sitting bones and tailbone apart. Visualize the diamond-shaped base of your pelvis reducing in size as you exhale and lift your internal organs. And feel the reverse happening, a gradual expansion of these bones when you inhale. Repeat this, noticing that lifting on exhale also draws the belly inward, creating a stabilizing response. Now let's add some gentle gluteal activity to intensify the exercise. It is important not to overdo this connection, as too much gluteal activation may tighten your lumbar back. Gently engage the gluteal muscles that connect around the edge of your sitting bones as you exhale. Inhale and gradually release. Practice this without any change to your lumbar spine. It should not overstimulate the front of the thigh. Aim to remain elongated but relaxed. Now place one hand on your lower stomach and the other on your lumbar spine. As you practice your pelvic lift, visualize your internal organs being vacuumed up your spine as if traveling in a lift. By the end of your exhale, your organs should feel as though they've reached the top floor. Gradually lower your organs on your next inhale. Repeat several more times. Keep a consistent pace on engagement and release. Often in exercise, instructors encourage you to draw your belly to your spine. This instruction helps you engage your transverse abdominis, an important postural stabilizer. This hollowing of your belly is essential to Pilates practice, but often a tight lower back can inhibit the deepening of this connection. The next exercise, the pelvic funnel, will help you to relax your back while awakening a deep abdominal connection. For this exercise, you can opt to lie on your back with your legs bent and feet flat on the floor, or remain seated. Place your fingertips on your hip bones. Exhale and practice your pelvic lift. As you do this, encourage your hip bones to slide apart as if the top of your pelvis is widening. Practice this visualization several times, feeling the connective tissue of the back expanding and the abdominal wall sinking backwards towards the spine. It may help to visualize the pelvis like a funnel, with the base, your tailbones and sitting bones narrowing as the top of the pelvis opens up wider. A more challenging connection reverses this visual. On the exhale, continue to hollow the belly and lift the pelvic organs. Now, on the inhale, gradually expand the base of the pelvis, stretching the pelvic floor fibers in all directions. Can you draw your hip bones towards each other? This creates a sensation of your waistline narrowing. Don't worry if you can't do this immediately. This is a complex abdominal movement that takes lots of practice. Just continue to visualize the hip bones widening on exhale and narrowing on inhale. It's a subtle connection, so even if you don't feel much movement, persist until it becomes natural and easy. Just visualizing this movement will awaken the neuromuscular connections necessary for perfect Pilates practice. Now try adding a pelvic tilt to this movement. Exhale to roll your pubic bone up towards your belly button. Inhale to send your tailbone away. Repeat this movement without any tension in your lower back. Can you feel your waistline narrowing as we practice? You are already creating a trimmer stomach and thighs. If you haven't already, let's now move your practice to your mat. Lengthening your hip flexors is one of the fastest ways to transform your thigh and pelvic region. Released hip flexors improve your Pilates technique and your overall physical performance. The following exercise requires coordination of movement, breath, and balance to achieve abdominal control and pelvic stability. Practice this exercise daily until you can intensify the movement with ease. Lie with your legs bent and your feet positioned on the floor, hip width apart, placing your fingertips on the crease of your hips. Exhale and engage your stabilizers, with your spine remaining long. Fold one knee to your chest with your leg bent at a 90-degree angle. Inhale to return to the starting position. Use the connections we have learnt so far to keep your pelvis stable. Aim to keep your thigh relaxed as you raise the leg. Counter the tendency for your hip flexors to dominate by engaging your glutes slightly. You can simplify the exercise by starting from an assisted position. Rest your feet on a stack of pillows or books or on a chair. This will reduce the range of movement required to perfect the muscle patterning. You can gradually reduce the height of the assisted position. You can also intensify the exercise by suspending one leg and bringing your second leg into a leg float. Place your first leg down and then gently lower your second leg. Repeat alternating sides. Your belly must stay low throughout the movement. Your back should be relaxed and pelvic stability maintained on the exchange. These gluteal, pelvic floor and transverse abdominal connections should be performed with each exercise in this program. For simplicity's sake, I'll refer to these muscles as the stabilizers throughout the program. Make a concerted effort to perform these multiple connections with each movement and each time you are instructed to engage your stabilizers. Now let's try some basic Pilates exercises. I call these exercises the fundamentals, as they set up the basic structure for all the movements that follow. Take as long as you need to master these for best results. When practiced with conscious awareness of the essential connections, these exercises will provide an intense toning workout. I'll perform the first repetition of each exercise a bit slower so you can follow and learn the breathing and choreography. From the second repetition, the tempo will increase. If you can, keep up the pace. It will increase the metabolic effects of the exercise. Let's begin with the chest lift. Lie on your back with your legs bent and your feet a comfortable distance from your body, hip width apart. Place a rolled up towel between your knees. interlace your hands behind your head. Exhale, engage your stabilizers and contract forward. Inhale and hold this position, hollowing deeper through your tummy, and then exhale and return to the start. See if you can soften your lumbar spine into the floor as you inhale. Exhale to rise again. You can always reduce the intensity by lowering on the inhale. As your strength improves, try raising one leg or both legs to leg float position, maintaining a lumbar release. Visualize a well in your stomach wall getting deeper as you curl up. Increase the connection to your stabilizers as we reach our last reps. Moving on to the pelvic curl. Relax your arms by your sides with your palms down. Your back is long and relaxed. Exhale and engage your stabilizers. Roll your tailbone towards the ceiling. Peel your spine off the floor, one vertebra at a time. Your feet, upper back, neck and head should be all that remain on the floor. Hold and inhale, checking that your lumbar spine is relaxed. Exhale and roll back to the floor, inhaling at the bottom. Use the rolled up towel to remind you of your inner thigh and pelvic floor connection. This exercise can be simplified by performing it against a wall, as you're less likely to engage your lumbar spine in this position. Visualize your spine dangling from your pelvis at the top of the movement. You should feel it in your glutes and hamstrings. You can create more intensity by floating your knee at the top of the movement, replacing your leg back down on an inhale. Try to maintain pelvic stability and lumbar release as you raise the other leg, exhaling and rolling back down. Let's move on to the cat stretch. Begin kneeling on all fours. Place your wrists in line with your shoulders and your knees directly beneath your pelvis. Your spine is flat and long. This is called the 4-point kneeling position. Exhale and initiate your stabilizers, widening your hip bones as you flex your spine upward. Inhale as you flatten your spine back to neutral, keeping your lumbar spine relaxed. Exhale and flex. Inhale and flatten. Aim for gluteal and hamstring activity throughout the movement. Visualize your navel like a magnet being drawn to the ceiling, releasing your lumbar spine further as you exhale. This exercise is perfect for practicing the pelvic funnel in the essential connection section. Exhale and widen the top of your pelvis as your pelvic floor rises. On the inhale, gradually release your sitting bones and draw your hip bones together. You can bring your spine into an extension to intensify the movement. Let's return to lying on your back for the spine twist. Extend your arms out diagonally at each side and face your palms down. Bend your legs and ensure that your knees and your feet are aligned. Inhale and roll to one side, still keeping your knees aligned and your shoulders on the floor at all times. Exhale and roll back. Repeat on the other side. To come back, move your ribcage first, then your waist, hips, and lastly your knees and feet to the center. To roll across, perform the opposite sequence: knees, hips, waist, and ribs. Feel your vertebrae rotate like a necklace of cotton spools, rolling them across the floor. Use a flexed lumbar spine to imprint your back from your thorax to pelvis, section by section. You can also try this exercise with both legs raised in leg float. Aim to maintain limb alignment as we complete our last few reps. Roll to your side for the lateral leg float. Extend your bottom arm away from your body. Rest your head on the top of your extended arm. Use your top arm to support your body with your fingertips positioned on the floor in front of your navel. Feet in a V position, heels together. Top leg toes facing the ceiling and lower leg toes facing the floor. Exhale, connecting to your stabilizers as you rotate the top knee towards the ceiling. Inhale and lower back to starting position. Roll your big toe towards the roof, deeply activating your hip rotators and glutes. Connect to the underneath oblique muscles of your abdomen before moving your top leg. Your top leg should rise just above hip height. Maintain pelvic stability throughout this movement. You can position your body against a wall for greater alignment, feedback, and balance. To increase the challenge, raise your support arm to your hip or towards the ceiling. Let's roll to the other side. Sit up again in the start position. Exhale to raise the leg, connecting to your stabilizers. Inhale and lower. Visualize your body from all directions becoming longer and leaner. Allow your body to elongate as the movement takes place, reaching the leg out from the hip. As you raise your top leg, your pelvis should remain aligned in the starting position with your lumbar spine rested. Reach the thigh out of the hip. Reach out through the fingertips, the spine and the crown of the head. Well done, you've completed the fundamentals. Initially practice your essential connections and the fundamentals as often as possible. You can never revisit them too often. If you prefer, perform these exercises daily until you are ready to challenge yourself further with the rest of the program. You can always move on to the intermediate challenges if you are confident, or use the simplified options when necessary. Keep focusing on your essential connections at all times, and your progress will be safe and timely. Now that you've mastered some basic Pilates exercises, let's create some intensity. Return to the lying position for a chest lift. Place your left hand behind your head and your right hand on the edge of your sitting bone. Exhale and contract forward, engaging your stabilizers and moving into a chest lift. Simultaneously fold your right knee. Inhale and lower your body back to the start position. Monitor your gluteal functions with your fingertips. It should remain active throughout. You can intensify this exercise by extending your leg and lowering it to the floor while maintaining a chest lift. Use a prolonged exhale. This version of the exercise will load your abdomen much more, so strong stabilization is necessary to keep your back long and relaxed. Keep your gluteal connection active throughout the chest lift. Remember to initiate your stabilizers prior to the movement. Let's now try this with the left leg. Start with your leg low and your left hand monitoring your glutes. Exhale and contract forward as you raise your leg to a 90-degree bend. Inhale, using your glutes to control the lower. Both glutes should be active to encourage pelvic stability. The lumbar remains released. Let's try the leg lower version now. As you contract, lower your leg. As you return to the starting position, pull your heel towards your bottom. Keep widening your hip bones and releasing your back to create a flat tummy. Sit across the mat, your legs are bent. Place your hands behind your knees with your feet flat on the floor and your spine long. Keep your knees and feet together. Exhale, engaging your stabilizers and widening your hip bones as you roll back, tucking your tail under. Inhale and hold this position as you flex your feet. Exhale as you extend your legs and curl forward, maintaining the flexed feet and enjoying a hamstring stretch. Inhale and return to the start. For greater intensity, try this exercise with your hands positioned behind your head. As you tuck your tail under, visualize your spine making a crescent moon shape, deepening into your flexion as you stretch forward. You can reduce the intensity by removing the hamstring stretch and only doing the rollback. Now let's try the long clam. Start lying on your side with your knees stacked and your heels in line with your sitting bones. Exhale and open your top knee towards the ceiling. Keep your pelvis still. Inhale as your thigh remains in this position and extend your leg, activating your deep hip rotators and glutes. Exhale, bending and returning your leg back to the clam position. Inhale and return your leg to the starting position. As you open and extend the leg, visualize your muscles wrapping around your femur bone like a ribbon as you spiral your knee to the ceiling. You can omit the leg extension if you are having trouble keeping your pelvis still. To make this exercise harder, raise both heels to activate your glute stabilizers under and on the sides of your hips. Let's do a few more on this side before swapping to the other side. If you did the harder option last time, you can start with your heels raised, otherwise start in the clam position. Exhale and open your knee. Inhale and extend your leg. Exhale and retract your leg. Inhale to return to the start. Keep going with this movement, ensuring that the pelvis stays still. Aim to roll the kneecap and thigh around to face the roof as you open and extend. As you can feel, this exercise is an excellent gluteal shaper. Now let's simplify. Now let's intensify. Lie on your stomach. Place your hands slightly in front of your body, angling them inwards. Rest your head on your hands with your knees and ankles together. As you inhale, lift your breastbone and extend your spine to half cobra position. Press your hands and elbows into the ground. As you exhale, bend your right knee 3 times, keeping your foot slightly pointed yet relaxed. Inhale as you lower your leg and extend your spine slightly higher. Exhale and return to the starting position. Prepare to repeat with your left leg. A minor flexion of the lumbar spine makes this exercise more comfortable and reduces lumbar back tension. Maintain the alignment of your leg as you pulse your breath for 3 counts during this movement. If this movement feeds into your lower back, you can reduce intensity by keeping your head rested on your hands. Just pulse your legs without extending your spine. You can create more intensity by maintaining the lifted chest throughout the exercise. Alternate legs as you go. Encourage your hip to open and your hamstrings and glutes to contract. Move into 4-point kneeling for the cat stretch push-up. Kneeling on all fours, place your wrists in line with your shoulders and your knees directly beneath your pelvis. Your spine should be flat and long. Exhale and round your lumbar spine, initiating the movement from your glutes and pelvic floor. Maintain this connection as you slowly sit back on your heels into a resting pose. Inhale as you slide your body along the floor as if you were rubbing your nose on the mat. The elbows connect to the mat. Exhale as you press up through a tricep push-up. Inhale and hold, then return to the starting position to prepare for your next repetition. Exhale and flex. Inhale and rock back. Exhale and press up. Inhale and hold. As you get stronger, extend your lumbar spine when you press up on the exhale. For a greater challenge, let's shift our hands forward. Keep going in this position for a few more reps. Remember to connect to your glutes. Now slide your hands a little further for the last few reps. Onto the cobra. Lying prone, place your hands slightly in front of your body, angled inwards with your legs hip-width apart. Inhale, lifting your breastbone and extending your spine as you press your hands and elbows into the ground. Lift your breastbone and lengthen your arms only as high as you can with your back remaining free of tension. Exhale and lower back to starting position. Avoid lumbar tension by releasing your sitting bones and gently engaging your abdominals. Working as little as possible from the muscles and more from the bones will produce greater results. You can leave the elbows and wrists on the floor during the entire movement to reduce the intensity. As you become more flexible, gradually work to extend your arms completely while ensuring your lumbar spine remains soft. Keep your triceps active as you press down. Stay on your tummy for the next exercise, the prone extension with arm lift. Lie on your stomach with your arms extended along your sides. Your legs are hip-width apart with the heels facing each other. Inhale, gently connecting your abdominals and allowing your gaze to travel upwards as you elevate your upper spine and head off the floor. As you rise, lift and reach your arms towards your toes. Your shoulder blades should remain separated and flat along your rib cage. Exhale and lower with control to the starting position. Inhale. Exhale. Slide your shoulder blades down your spine and outwards, engaging your lats and serratus muscles, which run along the sides of the back from the shoulder blades to the lower back. Inhale. And exhale. To make this easier, open your legs wider than hip width and reduce the height of the movement. As you become more familiar with this exercise, you can hold each repetition at the top for one inhale and exhale before you lower back to the floor. Use the extra breath to watch for any unnecessary tension in your back. Rely on your bones and relax the muscles to create greater muscle fatigue through your upper back. The exercises in this series are defined by their functionality and flow. You'll need control and strength to make them appear effortless. Let's begin with rolling. Make sure you engage your stabilizers throughout this exercise. Starting seated on the floor, draw your knees to your chest, keeping your ankles and knees together. Place your hands around your ankles. Press your legs into your hands and with equal strength, use your arms to pull your legs towards you. This push-pull motion creates abdominal connection. Try to maintain it throughout the exercise. Inhale as you roll backwards along your spine. Exhale as you roll to the top. Try not to roll past the edge of your shoulder blades. Balance on your sitting bones, keeping your feet just off the floor. Inhale back, exhale up. To make this exercise easier, place your hands just below your knees. Cross your hands around your ankles to make this exercise even more challenging. If you think of lengthening your spine, this movement will be more streamlined. Lie on your side for the lateral adductor lift. Extend your bottom arm away from your body and rest your head on your arm. Keep your legs slightly in front of your body line. Your support arm is positioned on the floor in front of your navel. Engage your stabilizers and raise your top leg. The top leg will remain here throughout the exercise. Exhale, engaging your stabilizers again and lifting your bottom leg to meet your top leg. Inhale and lower just your bottom leg. Try to keep your lumbar spine soft, extending both legs away from your body. Work on your lateral balance by raising your support hand to the ceiling throughout this exercise. This makes the exercise much harder though, so keep initiating from your stabilizers. You can also try lifting both legs at the same time on the exhale and lowering on the inhale. Let's try this on the other side. Arm extended, legs just forward of the body line. Top leg raised. Exhale and lift your bottom leg. Inhale, control and lower. Exhale and raise. Inhale and lower. During each rep, imagine your body is a piece of elastic, stretching longer and longer from head to toe. Intensify this exercise by raising the arm or by raising both legs or both. Keep lengthening and connecting to your center. Just a few more reps. If you have previously experienced knee injuries, you should reduce the range of movement described in this exercise or omit it due to deep knee flexion. This movement should not aggravate the knee joint. Begin lying on your side. Extend your bottom arm away from your body and rest your head on top of your extended arm. Position your lower leg so it is bent at a right angle to your hip with your top leg extended away from your body. Use your top arm to support your body with your fingertips positioned on the floor in front of your navel. Keep your top leg long as you exhale and bring your leg behind the line of your body as far as you can without shortening your lumbar spine. Exhale. Extend the leg to the front of your body and point your toes, beginning the cycle again by pushing the leg through the air until the leg passes the body line. Your hips should remain aligned throughout. To increase the intensity, extend your support leg. This will challenge your stability. Reverse your bicycle. Continue to work long through the hip, engaging your glutes and activating your hamstrings. Stretch your thigh as you bring your bent leg behind your body. Now let's intensify. Let's try that on the other side. If you chose to intensify the movement, keep your support leg extended. Otherwise, bend your supporting leg. Imagine your lower body is underwater, with your leg pushing against the force of the water. Try to maintain parallel alignment as you bicycle. Exhale to push your leg behind your body line. Inhale to bring it to the front. Now let's intensify. Now let's reverse it. Exhale to press the leg straight behind you and bring it forward. Inhale to bend it to your chest and stretch your thigh. Now let's intensify. Really emphasize your hip alignment and your glutes. If you have experienced back pain, please take care in this next exercise. Simplify where necessary and support your spine with your stabilizers. Lie on your stomach across your mat for the swan. Place your arms in front of you. Keep your legs wide and turned out. Inhale, sliding your arms to you and raise one leg as you lift your head and upper torso off the floor into a back extension. Exhale and raise the other leg while sustaining the back extension. Inhale and lower the first leg. Exhale and lower the second leg to return to the starting position. Length is more important than height in this exercise. Reduce the intensity by keeping your upper torso on the floor with your forehead resting on your hands. Just focus on your glutes and the leg raises. If you haven't already, lower to the floor and rest your forehead on your hand. Try raising and lowering both legs simultaneously for a few repetitions. Add some heel beats. Do 20 to 30 quick squeezes of the heels with your upper body low to the floor. Exhale to the beat. And relax. Good work. That's dynamic challenge completed. Now let's get ready for some stability exercises. The exercises in this series promote postural strength and create great overall toning effects. Start in the 4-point kneeling position. Lower your upper body onto your elbows and slide your knees out from under your hip line so your spine is flat. Tucking your toes under for grip, extend one leg out straight so your entire body makes a diagonal line from head to heel. Exhale, engaging your stabilizers and straightening the other leg. Inhale and lower the first leg. Exhale and lower the second leg. Inhale, extending the other leg out, and repeat the walks in reverse. Repeat these movements, alternating the starting leg each time. Don't worry if your body begins to tremor in this exercise. This indicates that you are challenging your stabilizers, which is absolutely essential for progress. The spine should not look like any change is taking place. Use your stabilizers to make the exercise appear as seamless as possible. You can increase the challenge by maintaining front support. Imagine balancing a crystal ball on your spine. Try not to let it roll off. Turn to your side, stacking your knees and aligning your heels with your sitting bones. Your supporting arm should be straight with your wrist almost underneath your shoulder. Rest your other arm on your ankle. Exhale, engaging your stabilizers and raising your hips to the ceiling as you reach your non-supporting arm over your head. Slide your shoulder down your back to support your body. Inhale as you maintain and increase the lateral stretch. Exhale as you lower down. Inhale to prepare to repeat the exercise. Keep your hips and shoulders aligned to ensure the best balance. Reduce the load through your wrist by resting on your elbow. Let's move to the other side. If you simplified the exercise by supporting on your elbow, begin there. Otherwise, your wrist is just out from your shoulder and your knees are stacked. Exhale to lift your waist upwards. Inhale and hold. Exhale and lower. Inhale and prepare for the next reps. Keep connecting to your stabilizers. Now let's simplify. Well done. Let's try the intensified version back on our first side. Place your supporting arm long along the ground with the palm down. Your other arm is in front of your body with the palm flat. Exhale as you slide your arm along the floor into a very challenging side stretch. Inhale to lower down with control. Ensure your chest faces to the front. Use your support arm to lift and lengthen both sides. Visualize your body in a thin corridor. Avoid hitting the sides by staying directly in the middle. If this is too challenging, go back to the side support we did earlier. Try the other side. Lying long, knees stacked, arm long, palm down. Your supporting arm is palm down in front of your stomach. Exhale, slide and lift your torso. Inhale and control the lower. Exhale and lift. Inhale and lower. Keep facing the front and reach upwards. This exercise not only stretches the side, but also provides a great arm workout. If you have experienced prior knee injuries, omit this exercise as it may place pressure through the knee. This movement should not aggravate the knee joint. Going forward, you can try these next two exercises with light hand weights for fantastic toning results. If you're just starting out, learn the movement patterning first. Kneel, sitting your bottom on your heels with your arms resting by your sides. Exhale, engaging your stabilizers and tucking your tail under as you lengthen your lumbar spine. Raise your arms to shoulder height, keeping your shoulders and neck relaxed as you rise up to a kneeling position. Inhale to open your sitting bones as you slightly extend your spine and then return to sit back on your heels. Keep your glute muscles active the whole time. Initiate the press with a gradual rise of your pelvic floor. Try to visualize your spine lengthening like a piece of elastic when you rise up to kneel. We flow straight into the arms and hinge exercises from here. If you want to use your light hand weights, grab them now. Hold the hinge press at the top. Inhale and open your arms to a T position. Exhale as you draw your arms back to the center. Aim for glute activity throughout. Really open the hip by tucking your tail. You can intensify this by sitting back into a diagonal line. Visualize your body as very light, floating like a feather towards the sky. Sit back on your heels for a short rest. Exhale to hinge. Inhale as you float your arms to the ceiling. Exhale as you lower your arms down by your hips with your palms facing down. Hold the hinge position, elongating your torso. Now let's intensify. Sit back down for a brief rest. Inhale as you open your arms to the side with your palms facing up and your elbows tucked in. Exhale as you draw your arms back to your sides with your palms facing up. Maintain the hinge position, making sure your body leans on a diagonal line from your knees. This challenges your quadriceps, gluteals and spine stabilizers, and also increases the work through your chest and arms. Finally, sit back down on your heels and rest. Well done. Stretching is an important component to any physical program. It allows the larger external muscles to release and lengthen, creating a longer, leaner look. It also restores the body, preparing you for your next workout. Lying on your back, cross one leg in front of the other knee and reach for your ankles or toes, drawing both feet towards your body. Maintain this stretch for 1 to 2 minutes. Use your breath to relax deeper into the stretch. To make this easier, take one leg towards your body, drawing both the knee and the ankle closer to your chest. Try this on the other side. Now let's simplify. Breathe. Kneel on one leg, placing your other foot forward with your knee directly above your ankle. Try to avoid deep knee flexion. Ensure your hips are aligned. Exhale and tuck your tailbone under. Inhale and hold this position. Repeat this 12 to 15 times, trying to increase the pelvic tilt on each exhale and sustaining the tilt on each inhale. Repeat on the other side. Keep connecting to your center. Good work. Stand with your feet in a V shape. Exhale and engage your stabilizers. As you lift your internal organs, rise up onto your toes, simultaneously floating your arms upward. Inhale, lowering your heels and your arms. Prepare to roll down, flexing your cervical spine initially. Exhale and roll down one vertebra at a time. Inhale as you hold and rest into the stretch at the bottom. Exhale, engaging your stabilizers. Slowly roll up to standing, restacking each vertebra with concentration and elongation. If you have tight hamstrings and lumbar spine, ease the stretch by softly bending your knees as you roll down and hold the stretch at the bottom. To simplify, use a wall to lean against. Position your feet a foot length away from the wall and allow your spine to roll on and off the wall. This modification allows for feedback on your alignment. Challenge yourself by keeping your calves raised throughout the movement and try to roll down. Congratulations, you've made it through the entire program. Keep practicing the essential connections for the best results. To achieve healthy weight management, remember to eat in a balanced way and exercise frequently in conjunction with this program. I hope you enjoyed the workout and wish you all the very best on your Pilates journey.